I'm going to show you guys my favorite pumpkin bread recipe. Let's make some pumpkin bread. In this bowl right here, which I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. I'm not just going to measure it out and clank on the bowl and make a bunch of noise. Kathy and I crushed it. Look at that. Look at that. This is a type A palette, and this is a type B palette. You're not wrong. What's up, y'all? Oh my gosh. I think I just scared Calvin. Whatever. I'm always going to be awkward. Just come to that conclusion. Always going to be awkward. Anyway, we're back from vacation. We are settled in. Laundry done. House cleaned. And I'm back in the kitchen. And I'm pumped. I feel like it's been forever since I've done like a cooking video in my own kitchen. So I decided it would be a good idea to make pumpkin bread because it's almost October. Yeah, when this video goes up, it will be a day, 2 days from October. I don't know. It'll be almost October. It does not feel like fall outside where we live. It is gonna be like 90 something degrees this weekend, but you know, whatever. We gotta do the best with what we have, and I decided to make pumpkin bread. And I'm gonna show you guys my favorite pumpkin bread recipe. For years, I have struggled to like make pumpkin bread and make it well, and I kept going like recipe to recipe to recipe, and I never found a good one. And then I finally found one. I think it was last year, and I think I made it like 3 or 4 times. So I'm gonna show you guys how I make the best pumpkin bread. And I have been instructed by Jonathan, hold on, my mess, to add chocolate chips to both loaves. This recipe does make 2 loaves. I usually always make 2. I don't cut it in half because I just freeze a loaf. But Jonathan loves chocolate chip pumpkin bread, so that's what we're gonna make today. Yeah, so I feel like I've already rambled enough, like I always do. Yeah, let's make some pumpkin bread. Okay, so in this bowl, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and in this bowl right here, which I'm learning, guys, I'm learning. I'm not just gonna measure it out and clank on the bowl and make a bunch of noise. So in this little bowl, I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda, ½ teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and you are supposed to add a teaspoon of ground cloves and a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, but I will show you what I like to add instead. So I'm gonna add that to the bowl. And then my secret ingredient, which I know not everyone has this because it's really weird, is, let me see if I can, this pie spice like seasoning pumpkin-y blend from Penzeys. If you watched, oh, it's not gonna focus. Here, maybe, there we go. If you watched my pesto video, my friend Kathy said that she loves shopping at Penzeys, and I also love shopping at Penzeys, and I found this like a year ago, and let me tell you what it has in it. It has cinnamon, vanilla sugar, mace, ginger, nutmeg, anise seed, and clove. So instead of adding the nutmeg and the cloves, I just add some of this in till I feel like it's good. I like my bread spicy. I need to definitely go back and get more of this. Anyway, so that's what I have in this bowl. Also, you do want to add a ½ teaspoon of salt if you are using unsalted butter. But my butter is salted, so I did not add any salt to this. So what I'm going to do is whisk it up. Look at me learning not to clank on the bowl with my measuring spoons. We're trying, guys. We're trying. Okay. Alright, I have that all together. Also, by the way, I do have my oven preheated to 325 degrees. So we're going to set this aside for a second. Alright, in this bowl I have 2 cups of sugar. I'm going to add a stick and a half of butter. And we're going to cream it all together. Okay, I'm going to add 2 eggs, one at a time. Okay, to this, which I probably definitely should have used a bigger bowl, but whatever. I'm gonna add, a whole can of pumpkin. You can use whatever kind of pumpkin you want. I just grabbed this one from Trader Joe's because that's where I went shopping the other day. Just make sure it's regular pumpkin and like not the pumpkin pie filling. Now I'm just gonna blend it all together. Classic me, should have definitely used a bigger bowl, but this is who I am as a person, right here. I commit. Okay, this is 100% normal if it looks like curdly. Like it looks like it has curds in it, that's 100% normal. So, I'll be right back. Let me clean these beaters up and I'll be right back. Okay, I definitely 100% did this backwards and whatever. That's okay. I'm gonna add like half of this pumpkin mixture to this bowl. And then blend it up, and then we'll add the rest. I didn't add the rest. We'll do it 3 times. Okay, now I'll add the rest. Okay, for the chocolate chips, I add as much as my heart desires. So I recommend you do the same. So I'm gonna blend this up on low and see if I need to add more. I think it needs more. Because I think that's what Jonathan would say. Seems good. Seems right. Okay, be right back. Okay, like I said, this recipe makes 2 loaves. If you do not want 2 loaves, just cut it in half. But I usually make 2 and then put 1 in the freezer, and I pull it out like when we have guests over or over the holidays, like Thanksgiving, I'll pull a loaf out. And it's fantastic to have something already made up that is homemade, that I don't have to make during Thanksgiving. So I'm just gonna put like a scoop in each and kind of evenly distribute my batter. And I will say, I'm just gonna say this, it took me a really long time to actually kind of figure out how to make like a loaf bread like this. And if anyone out there is struggling like I did for like the longest time, the key is not filling your loaf pan too full. Like you want to fill it maybe 3/4 of the way and not fill it too full, because if you fill it too full, it will take forever to cook. The edges will get like burnt and dry, and if you fill it too full, it will like spill over. So that is my tip for you if you have problems like I used to. So I'm going to shut the camera off and fill these up, and I will show you when I'm done. Okay, so I filled these probably a little more than half. I spread the batter evenly, and I'm gonna put these in the oven at 365 degrees for 65 to 75 minutes, but I'm gonna start with 60 minutes and then see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. I've learned my lesson of like putting it in for a little bit less time in the beginning than it says, because sometimes recipes aren't right with the cook time. So put these in the oven. $60 minutes. All right, so I just pulled these out of the oven, and I'm going to leave them in the pans for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to take them out and let them cool on a rack for the rest of the time. But this one right here took like I think it was right at 60 minutes. This one took about 64, 65 minutes. So I'm sure it just like depends on the kind of pan that you have. But like I said before, I like to, like it said that I should cook it between 65 and 75 minutes. And I've definitely learned my lesson of just starting like even early, like taking it out at 60 minutes or checking it at 60 minutes, if that makes sense. I could just be rambling. But anyways, I will let these cool, and I'll show you all what they look like when I cut into it later. So, see you in a bit. Hopefully the AC is not too loud, but I just got in the car because I just finished making pumpkin bread, and I need to run to Hobby Lobby to get some paint, because Kathy and I are gonna do that like trend where you buy an old like thrifted painting and then put like ghosts and pumpkins in it to make it spooky. And neither one of us is artistic or creative, so it'll be fun. I'm not sure if I'll film it or not. I don't even know if this clip will make the video, but if it does, I guess you'll be seeing it. Anyway, I'm kind of in a hurry. I gotta go get some paint and ribbon, because not for the painting, but I need to get ribbon. Anyway, maybe I'll see you all later at Kathy's. Bye! This is my painting that I'm going to attempt to ghostify. I feel it's good.
This has a lot of potential.
This is Kathy's. She's all like, I need the ocean with some pumpkins, because that makes sense. But, like I said, neither one of us is artistic or creative. So this could be a problem.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll show you when we're done, maybe. Maybe. Kathy and I crushed it. Look at that. Look at that.
Art.
That was really
This is art.
This is art. We are so creative. Look at Kathy's little palette, and mine is like a hot mess.
This is a type A palette, and this is a type B palette.
You're not wrong. This is so fun.
It's been very, like, relaxing thing to do.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Because we're not like artists.